Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest and greatest episode of the Lowbot Podcast. I'm Tyler.
I'm Josh.
And we are back at the Bachelor Pad. We are back at the Trap House. We are back at the...
Crackden.
Do you know what's weird?
What?
Is that leading up to that, I'm like, fuck, what do I say?
What do you... How?
Every single week, I'm like, what's the order?
Oh my gosh.
And every week, just before I say it, I work it out.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought it was like this rolls off the back of your tongue like it's nothing.
Rolls off the back of my tongue. It's going backwards down my throat.
Sorry, yeah, down your throat. Yeah,
No,
Jesus.
I forget. I'm like, we're back at the Bachelor Pad. We're back at the Trap House. A Crackden. Yeah,
Oh,
like
wow.
I just every week I forget and then I remember right before I say it.
Holy crap. Well, thank God that you've not messed it up.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
I'm yet to fuck it up.
Secrets of the industry, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Everyone's
peel
a
back the
nervous
curtain.
wreck.
Speaking of secrets of the industry, we have to talk about last week's Phantom episode.
Yeah, so I'll talk about that. I guess I apologize for that. You've noticed throughout this season, there's been a couple episodes every now and then which the audio isn't the best. I edit the audio, you do the social stuff. And I was trying something new last week's episode because I wanted it to just be better. And we always do test recordings beforehand. We don't have someone behind the camera and at the audio mixer.
We don't have Adam
checking
for
levels.
that.
It is literally just us two.
Yeah.
So it does allow for some audio issues sometimes. The issue with this was, despite the fact we did audio tests, as soon as we hit record, your audio was hot garbage.
It shit the bed. Like we always do multiple tests of let's check the audio, let's check the video, let's check the audio again, check the levels, play it back to the headphones. All good, all Gucci. The moment I clapped us in,
it just went to shit.
Yeah.
And usually that's okay.
Yeah.
If audio goes to shit, I can work with it, but not if my audio is perfect and yours.
That's the problem.
It sounded like
if
I
we're
was
both shit, you can fix it. You can work around it.
Yeah.
But
It sounded like I was in a crisp, clean studio. You were talking through a tin can. It was horrendous. And that wasn't on you. It was just for whatever reason, it just didn't work.
other reasons it might be because I talk this way, I look up here. But this one, for whatever reason, on my end, the audio was just awful. And we didn't want to put out an inferior product because this might be someone's first time listening to the pod.
Yes.
We don't want them to come in and think I'm green screened in and I'm living in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, didn't want that.
So-
Because it's hard enough to get views as it is. We work very hard at doing what we do. And that was the thing, is I didn't want it to represent our quality of podcast.
100%. Every episode should be up to our minimum standard of quality. And I feel like in terms of audio and technical ability, we're getting better constantly.
Yes. So speaking of getting better and better constantly, I spent hours last week after that hiccup we had. I was very frustrated by it because obviously we couldn't put up an episode and we try and be as consistent as possible. So I spent some time just learning the audio mixer, some loopholes. I did find a loophole where we record in separate tracks.
Yes,
So
finally.
now-
It's taken over a year, but we are now on separate tracks.
2 years, dude. Yeah.
Fucking wild.
But so now my audio can be different from your audio, but I can level it out.
Correct.
So that, fingers crossed, it's not going to be the best audio yet. There will be improvements,
Next
but
season.
the changes I've made should ensure that we don't have the same audio issues.
Exactly. I shouldn't be tin canning it and you shouldn't be fucking
Living
doing
it up
ASMR.
in ASMR land. Yeah, that's it.
So that's why there was no episode last week. I made a post about it on Insta. Sorry. Won't happen again, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. We may have hiccups going into season 2 because we'll be running with a brand new setup.
I'm so excited for
But
season 2.
that's exciting, right? We've
Oh
talked
my
about it
gosh.
before, upgrading our audio and visual stuff. You've got the new camcorder. We're going to have a tripod. We won't have to record off my phone. We'll have new chairs. We'll have new everything.
New everything, man. It's gonna feel good.
Like,
We've earned it.
Eagle-eyed viewers out there will notice that we're in slightly different chair positions for every podcast. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I swear we started the pod this season more that way.
Maybe.
I swear, because I can see the chair indents. Now that I'm looking, I can see the chair indents in the
They
ground.
can't see it.
But they
It's
can't
real
see
ratchet
it.
down here, so we don't need to mention that. Oh, boy.
Peeking back the curtain more and more.
But,
So yeah, that's what happened last week, and obviously going forward with the next season, we might have a few technical hiccups, but we'll try and work through it the best we can.
Yeah, no, shouldn't be too bad.
But we will start with the 2 games of basketball that has been played this week.
You're not even going to ask me how I am. Yeah, basketball.
Sorry. Yeah, no. How are you?
I've just been watching some basketball. So what you missed out on last week was actually, I think it was quite a good episode.
Retouch on last week.
So at the time of recording last week's episode, Phoenix were up 2-0.
Yes, my boys.
We were talking about how, and it's still relevant, how Giannis, I didn't feel like I could ever talk shit about him again. That man put up like 42 points, 16 rebounds, over 80% true shooting efficiency. Insane numbers. That's better than Shaq. And still lost because Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton forgot how to play basketball. And that was real sad to see. So Phoenix went up 2-0, and we were talking about that.
We were saying how good Chris Paul was, how incredible Devin Booker's going, Ayton as well.
Yep. And maybe it's a blessing that that episode didn't come out, because since then, the series has been tied.
The series is now tied at 2-2.
Yep.
Chris Middleton has remembered how to play basketball.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And we've got ourselves a close series again. It's not going to be a blowout.
Yeah, Chris Paul has seemed to hit a speed bump.
A little bit. Devin Booker has not.
Devin Booker, yeah, he's still playing Devin Booker's. Oh, there are some other stuff I wanted to remind me at the end of the episode. Devin Booker foul, and that's gonna something in my head's gonna go.
I was gonna bring it up anyway, but that's fine.
Oh, not a specific play.
I know, just general foul hunting.
Oh
and
yeah, we know exactly.
But you're not gonna rant.
I'm not gonna rant because I'm a good boy. Good boys don't rant, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the goodest boy.
Every episode this season.
What did I rant about last episode? Trick question, didn't come out.
We filmed it. It's sitting on my phone in the trash. It's sitting on the Google Drive.
It's still in the Google Drive, but that'll be lost.
Fuck the Google Drive, by the way.
Yeah, that's
sick of it.
Insane issues.
But yeah, the Bucks have brought it back. It's 2-2. Yep. Last week we spent a lot of the episode praising the whole Phoenix Suns roster and Giannis.
Yep.
Now we can swap it up, praise Devin Booker and the whole Milwaukee Bucks roster.
Yep. You know what it's going to look like to the viewers is 1 week we're talking about how great Chris Middleton is, and then because that other episode didn't come out, it's going to be how great the Bucks are still.
Yeah. But they're gonna miss the whole middle, because every other week it's like Middleton good, Middleton bad, Middleton good, Middleton bad, and they're not gonna see the bad, so they just go Middleton good, Middleton good, Middleton good,
Middleton great.
Or if they skip, if they do the others, it's just Middleton bad, Middleton bad, Middleton bad. You know what I mean? If you skip podcasts here and there.
Yep.
Wild
Which
ride.
Is not ideal, but it seems
watch and listen every week, viewers. Don't miss an episode.
I mean, yeah, I'd appreciate that. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so is there anything you want to touch on regarding, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, Giannis especially?
Not yet. I'll let you start.
You want to tinkle the dink first? All right.
Tinkle the dink. Go for it.
Popped in my head. All right. Well, obviously last week, which y'all didn't get to hear, I was talking about Giannis. I'm not going to spend another 30 minutes talking about Giannis, but throughout this entire series, he's been a model of consistency and efficiency, which is insane. Something that you guys missed out on, on this pod, you definitely didn't get to miss out on if you watched the game, was Giannis's insane defensive capabilities. He is showing that he is the best defensive player on the court.
He's
the best offensive player. He's wanting to be the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
And what we spoke about last week was how we really haven't seen, well, for me anyway, I texted you this at the time, I haven't seen anyone want to be this dominant since Kawhi Leonard's run.
Yeah.
And I know that wasn't too long ago, but that's an oddity. You don't really see these players. You'll see a Steph Curry just shoot threes and drain him and like no one else does.
But both ends
of the court,
it's hard to do at that level of intensity for that length of time.
My gosh, it is insane what Giannis is doing. And allowing that to be the foundation of your team, you just have to rely on Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday
to make their shots.
That's a blessing. If you've got a team where you've got such a phenomenal foundation and you just need one or two other guys to step up, that insane blessing. And what we just saw was Chris Middleton christen us with his just basketball gifts, man. 40 points out of nowhere.
We said this before, and it feels like every week now is like when Chris Middleton is locked in and playing well, he looks like KD.
Yeah,
he gets to his spots whenever he wants and he drains them. These mid-range shots, he's a great catch and shoot 3-point shooter. When he is locked in, he looks unstoppable.
Yeah, and even more so, I think, the comparison with KD is KD doesn't play flashy. KD plays basketball. He pulls up, he drains it. And that's exactly how Chris Middleton plays.
One dribble pull up.
Yeah.
One dribble pull up. And it's the same thing with Middleton.
Yeah, and it's so good to see, you know, obviously Chris Middleton has played crap. He's played phenomenal. There really hasn't been an in-between with Chris Middleton. And this goes back to the conversation of, man, I really wish he was consistent.
Yeah.
But then you've got the other guy, which you hope is somewhat consistent, which is Drew Holiday. And I still don't know how to feel about Drew right now. He hasn't had a great game.
It feels like, well, Drew's never going to have a 40-point bonanza.
No,
right?
but he should have a 25-point bonanza, whatever you want to call that.
He's putting, in my head, he's playing, like he doesn't, Drew has never had a set role, right?
Yeah.
Drew's like a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
You need him to pass a little bit. Okay, he'll average 3 assists, 4 assists. Oh, you need him to score a little bit? He'll average 10 to 15 points. You need him to play really defensive? He'll be a stopper. But like I don't see him having a 20, 25-point game.
Really?
I don't see him having a 9-assist game.
Wow, okay.
I just see he's going to do any task you give him on the basketball court.
Interesting. Because that's not how I see Drew. And I respect that. And to a degree, I can't help but agree. I think Drew Holiday is a jack of all trades. Obviously, he's got his strengths, which is mainly, you know, defensive guard. He's one of the best at it in the league, which is actually lucky if you're Milwaukee because you're going against Chris Paul and Devin Booker, two of the best guards in the league, and you've got the best defender to match up. Really good matchup there. But I feel Drew Holiday, and I feel like he goes overlooked. His New Orleans days were really good. He was borderline 20 points per game scorer. His assist numbers, I don't think 9. 9's actually like you're an elite passer. I don't think Drew Holiday's an elite passer. But I definitely think he can be an 18 to 24 points per game in the playoffs.
On this team?
When it matters. Not regular season. I don't care if he averages. I think he can average 16, 17 points throughout the regular season.
Do you think him scoring 20 points was partially of that Pelicans system? I didn't see him scoring 20 points a game in this Bucks system.
I do. Okay.
Interesting.
I think Drew Holiday, because you said he's a jack of all trades, and I think he's a jack of all trades in the way that he should be able to do this. He should be able to average 6, 7 assists. He should, and I'm only saying this in a series,
100%,
not over a huge extended period of time. Especially, you know, when Giannis is getting 30 points, Chris Middleton's getting 40 points. There's not going to be no points left for Drew Holiday, so I don't care for that. There's none left.
There's a buffet, and Giannis and Middleton like main.
But when Chris Middleton's going off for 9 points and Giannis is playing his heart out,
There's shots
I
to go
expect
around.
20 points from Drew Holiday. You know, I can't. 15 points? No. What are you doing? Unless are you getting lots of assists? Are you getting great defensive stops? Because he hasn't been getting great defensive stops. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
you know,
that's fair.
Devin Booker's playing insane. It's like he's played in the finals plenty of times before. And Chris Paul, he's only had one bad game, and that was the game we just saw.
Yeah.
Every other game has been Chris Paul. You know, we can't expect Chris Paul to get 30 points every game. That's not Chris Paul. It's never been his game. You know, I think, yeah, we differ on Drew Holiday, but we oddly think the exact same thing with Chris Middleton and Giannis.
We haven't always agreed on players, but that's part of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you know how boring this would be if we agreed on everything?
I know. Hello, friend.
Jesus.
Here's my hot take. Oh, it's not that much of a hot take because you also agree.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I agree. How's your boy list? I have the same boy list.
There would be no point in a boy list if everyone had the same boy list.
Oh, that'd be boring as heck, man.
Right?
Boring as heck. Who's your boy? Domantas Sabonis. Ah, yeah, I love him too.
He's all-star.
2 years ago,
Okay.
Domantas is different Domantas.
Julius Randle.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, we all have JC, but that's like, he's our shared boy.
Yeah, he's not a boy anymore, though.
He's a pass-around boy.
Ew, don't call him that. He's gonna, yuck.
He's gonna what? He's gonna hear this?
Look, if someone might tweet him. Please
Guys,
tweet
definitely don't
at JC.
tweet
yeah.
at JC saying, Tyler said he's a pass-around boy.
Oh, that sounds so gross. Like the Piper Perry of the NBA. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's
Pass
JC.
around boy? God damn.
Yeah, Piper Perry, 6th man of the year.
That would be... No, that's Jamal Crawford in a nutshell, right? The journeyman, the passing boy of...
It would be Jamal Crawford or it would be PJ Tucker.
Or Ish Smith. Ish Smith holds the record, right?
No.
Doesn't he? Who is it? Who's on your mind right now?
Lakers, Rockets.
Lakers, Rockets.
Trevor
Come on,
Ariza.
draw the lines. Oh, yes. No, okay, yeah.
He's the Piper Perry.
Currently right now, he's the Piper Perry. Okay. How's that, Trevor Ariza? You're the Piper Perry of the
Blocky's
NBA.
award, the Piper Perry of the NBA this season.
This season?
Yeah.
I mean, no, didn't Trevor Ariza get it this season?
No, but like who's been traded the most season or who's been on the most teams this season?
So we just got to guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll look it up.
All right. Wow.
That's
okay.
at the very first ever, I'm calling it the first ever Piper Perry Award. Can someone tweet at Piper Perry and tell her we've named an award after?
I want to search on my phone right now Piper Perry Award, but I don't think that's going to end well.
No, that's not going to pop up with the searches you need.
Yeah, I mean, not for now anyway.
Not for now. This is a Safe for Work podcast.
Yeah, for now.
What was I going to say? Did you notice that in the latest game that Budenholzer took Lopez out pretty early on?
Yes.
Because he was getting cooked.
Yep.
I really like that. Lopez lost a lot of confidence during that game because offensively it wasn't working, defensively it definitely wasn't working, and Budenholzer took him out. He made a game time adjustment.
Holy shit. Like, that's insane. It's crazy that he took Brook Lopez out and we're talking about it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be talking about this, but we are. Budenholzer, what the fuck? Like, good job, but what the fuck?
I know.
Like, how many times has Monty subbed guys out for like, this isn't working, bud?
This isn't working.
But, oh, goddamn.
Do you want to... So this is slightly off topic, but an Instagram comment I saw this week and it really made me laugh. It's like, because PJ Tucker wore the Nike Air Mags, which is the Back to the Future shoe.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a $50,000 shoe, right? Yeah. He wore them to the game, like through the tunnel. And someone said, this man wears $50,000 shoes to the game to score 6 points. And I'm like,
he really hasn't been scoring at all.
Yeah. No, he hasn't. I mean, he's been a good defender.
Yeah.
But like, 6 points, that's PJ Tucker.
God, he's walking on my yearly wage, essentially.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Fuck me. Oh, I hate my life.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, I've, yeah,
that's fucked you up.
That's fucked me up. That's really fucked me up.
Yeah.
50K. Goddamn.
Yeah.
All right. That's enough of Milwaukee. That's enough of Milwaukee.
Okay.
I'm a bit angry now.
You don't like PJ Tucker?
I love him. You can't help but love him. Yeah.
I'm sure some people don't like him, but...
Yeah, I mean, racist, right? Yeah. What are you going to do?
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. I had to yell at a grown... Another off topic. I had to yell at a grown man at Coles the other day because he was being racist.
Hit me. Don't. Obviously, if there's a racist remark, don't say it, but I'm curious.
So he was being a piece of shit in two ways. Him and his stupid looking girlfriend, they're probably in their late 20s.
Yep.
I was just there to get a quarter chicken and some bread rolls, right?
Oh, the Australian classic.
The Australian classic. The I don't want to cook dinner. And I heard him making a racket. At this point, he's pretending to have Down syndrome. And that caught my eye and got on my nerves. He was being real loud. And then he put on an Asian accent. And I yelled at him. And he's probably 6'2".
Oh, goddamn.
But I was annoyed. All I want to do is get my damn bread rolls, get my quarter chicken, and go home. And he's annoyed me at the end of the work day.
Yep.
Why do I have to yell at a grown man? Not to be racist, not to be a piece of shit.
I don't get it. Like, A, pretending to have Down syndrome, and B, being racist. I don't fucking get it,
Just to impress his stupid little girlfriend. Ridiculous. You're a grown man, whoever you are.
God damn. If you're a fan of this pod, fuck off. That's so stupid. I had someone today, this isn't in the same vein, yours is actually a lot worse, but I had someone I had to speak on the phone with today, and right off the bat, I could tell this was going to be a shit show. I'm like, I'm going to be here for 20 minutes with him fucking yelling at me. And it was, from the get-go, it was, your app fucking sucks. Like, just swearing at me. Your app fucking sucks. And I was like, I am phrasing what he says. I don't mean to have a go at you, but you chose to work for a company whose app sucks, so you deserve this. Who the fuck thinks like that? I just don't get people. So for like 20 minutes, I'm trying to help him. He's like, don't talk to me like I'm dumb. But like, he keeps interrupting everything I'm trying to say, and I'm trying to make it clear for him. Mm-hmm. So he's making his life more difficult because he won't let me fucking talk. I'm so, like, these people, I hate. But
Same sort of guy.
You know who I love, though? DeAndre Ayton. God damn, I love
Great
DeAndre.
player. Great effort, great efficiency. He's so good. Did you know that Giannis's block on his alley-oop has been like one of the most viewed things recently?
So we were talking about Bam's block a while ago.
Yeah, and that's godly.
Yep. And we just saw another one with Giannis on Ayton.
Blocking the alley-oop.
We are fucking blessed to see this shit. And sorry, I'm swearing a lot now. I'm so heated. But
it's been a heated podcast for you.
But yeah, like that's another showing of how phenomenal and dedicated Giannis has been.
Yeah.
But I love what Phoenix are willing to do. They're enabling their young guys and their guys that have been on their roster for quite some time. You know, I there were some talks about like how much is going to defer to Chris Paul on offense. The answer is the same damn amount in the regular season. It's not going to change. Our guys have been built for this. They've been working for this.
The whole year is spent in prep for this.
Yep.
Did you see what Steve Kerr said about DeAndre Ayton?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such, he said, like, he's been so impressed with DeAndre Ayton, and he spoke to James Wiseman and says, there's no reason why you couldn't have the same path that he's had.
Yep. How do you take that if you're Wiseman? Because I think...
One of two ways.
And I think it's the second way.
What is... You...
The first way is, you're right, Steve.
I can do that.
I can do that.
I can reach those levels. And what's the other one?
God, why you gotta compare me to DeAndre
Why you gotta
Ayton?
compare me to DeAndre Ayton?
That's what it's like.
That's the exact same thing. And he's young.
Yeah.
He's like 19.
Yeah. Very young. So and it's rough when there's already apparently some issues with Wiseman's personality.
And fit.
And fit, especially in that starting lineup. It doesn't work for jack crap.
I think they're flipping him.
Yeah. I think that's the smart move. But yeah, so obviously DeAndre Ayton's finally being noticed. And thank God, because we loved DeAndre Ayton. We always thought he was a great pick. He's gotten better and better every year. And now opposing coaches are recognizing this talent. They're telling their young kids that they selected with a high pick, that could be you.
That could be you.
Yep, but it's not.
Look, you're the number 2 pick. He was the number 1 pick.
But it reminds me, someone made a comment online. It's like, that's like... My parent coming to me is like, why can't you be like your brother? That's what that's like, happens. Right? That happens. But shout out to him. I love what Monty's doing. There was videos of him because they've just lost 2 games in a row. Obviously, the series is tied at 2-2 now. And Monty was having a pep talk in the locker, and it was like, look, what we stated before this series started, what we wanted was on the other side of hard. This shit is hard. This is what we want, and we've got to play through that. And that, to me, has become one of my favorite phrases I've heard a coach say. Because I hear coaches all the time say, you know, this is going to be hard, whatever. It's like, this is what we asked for. That's reinforcing our thinking. Like, why do you think this is going to be easy? It's not. We're going up against a 2-time MVP, 2 All-Stars surrounding him, a coach of the year. You know, depends who you ask. But like...
Former coach of the year.
Yeah. But, you couldn't have said that better. And I love what Monty's done.
Monty is a championship coach.
He is.
And regardless of whether they win this season, he's shown that he's a championship caliber coach.
Yep. Absolutely. I love it.
I didn't know much about Monty Williams prior, but he is phenomenal.
Speaking of coaches quickly, so we've spoken about Lloyd Pierce plenty of times. Okay. And it feels a bit weird bringing him up now.
I know exactly what you're going to talk about.
So we used to, and I don't care if anyone's going to clown me, but we used to love Lloyd Pierce. We said he was the coach for Atlanta, got cut too short, whatever. Turns out we were wrong, very, very wrong.
Yep.
That's fine. Nate McMillan,
Eaton Crow.
He does. He's that boy. But the other thing I didn't realize, I thought Lloyd Pierce was a good, a good personality coach.
Yeah.
Turns out I
got
was
along
wrong.
with a lot of his players.
No, apparently throw everyone under the bus.
Yeah.
And try and sabotage people. Yeah. Who the heck does that?
Did you see the stuff for Trey?
Yeah.
Today? So they're getting ready for the Olympics. Team USA, coached by the great Greg Popovich, best coach of all time.
Yep.
They've gone off to a bumpy start despite having a stacked roster.
Bumpy's one way to put it.
Lost to Australia and Nigeria.
Yep.
And Australia just beat Nigeria.
Yep. We them boys, man.
We them boys. Yeah. And the assistant coach is Lloyd Pierce. One of the assistant coaches is Lloyd Pierce. Trae Young is now like, no, I'm good. I don't want to... Bradley Beal is going to be out for health and safety protocols
Yep,
with
for
COVID.
COVID, yep.
Right. So now they're looking for a replacement. Trae Young's like, no. And people think it's because Lloyd Pierce came out, they had a bumpy like fallout. And your boy, Ja Morant, said, you didn't want me then, you ain't getting me now.
Yeah.
Which is a baller move.
Yeah.
I mean, he probably wants to spend time with his kid. Also, he has a kid at like 20.
Yeah, he is real young.
It's fucking weird. So now a lot of players are like, nah, I'm good. Which is weird because you could play for your country and you could play for Greg Popovich.
And everyone was so hyped to join this Olympic team because the series before, whatever you want to call it, they got demolished.
Was that
it was
FIBA, right?
It was
the FIBA World
it was the
Cup,
FIBA
whatever.
like with Donovan Mitchell was like one of their best guys, and
Jason
that wasn't,
Tatum, Donovan Mitchell,
and
the FIBA World Cup.
they weren't current Don and Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
You know, and they got bounced really quickly and because they were crap.
Yeah.
And then everyone, you know, you had Damian Lillard signing on, Draymond Green signing on. Everyone was signing on. Kevin Durant. And now it's the reverse again. It's, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
And why is that? Lloyd Pierce, potentially.
Lloyd Pierce, potentially. I also think they had a short off season last season. They're probably going to have a bit of a shorter one this season. They want to rest up. They want to spend time with their families. Everyone's slowly getting over COVID, getting COVID jabs. Partially
Which I appreciate. I feel, you know, I'm in the corner where it's like, I don't think these Olympics things should go ahead. As much as I love it and enjoy it.
We don't think the Olympics should go ahead.
Game just got cancelled between US and Australia again, right? It's not happening because of COVID stuff. It's just getting too tricky. We've still got an NBA season going on. And Tokyo don't want you there. They don't want anyone there. So it's a bit frustrating to see it. And it's just a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I like it when people are just like, you know what, it's been a crazy season. COVID's still crazy. I'm going to spend time with my family.
At the same, at the same time, you get a chance to be coached by Pop.
Yes, exactly.
So like, do you take it? That's part of the reason KD said yes, because apparently it's the only reason KD said yes, because Pop's the coach.
Which is weird considering I think Pop has one of the worst records in FIBA history.
Correct.
Which is so weird to think about because he has one of the best
NBA
records ever.
Yeah.
It's insane. And I guess leading into that would be, I think something we're quite excited to talk about is how different FIBA is to NBA basketball.
Looks and feels so different.
I'm quite embarrassed by it, I guess is a good way to put it. Watching FIBA basketball has been nothing but pleasant. It has been chaotic. It has been bruising. It has been fun. I haven't seen refs constantly give out foul calls for bullshit. There's no baiting allowed. There's no flopping allowed. This is what I envisioned with the NBA at this point.
The NBA looks more like gridiron than compared to FIBA basketball with the amount of stoppage time.
Very touch stop.
Yeah.
You know, refs in the FIBA, you know, basketball allow you to play through contact. They allow natural motions to happen. And I love that. You know, I no hate to anyone that loves if there's a foul, it's a foul. Fine, I get it. You know, those are the rules. But as an entertainment standpoint and as a fan of entertainment and what basketball provides, FIBA's doing it right, man. Yeah. And I adore it. And I think outside of the entertainment aspect, I think that is the reason USA kind of suck right now. They have had...
They're so used to touch and go fouls. And,
and you know, we see these guys trying to bait for fouls. It doesn't work, you know, and it sucks to see. I don't think it's a skill thing that the USA suck with. Like everyone's like, oh, wow, Nigeria is better than USA. Australia is better than USA. They're good teams.
It's a different style of play.
That's what it is. And they're hindered by the fact that these coaches, rightfully so, let these guys play basketball the way basketball is meant to be played. And I hope that, you know, out of all of this, you know, I don't want to see US say I want them to lose or win, whatever. I'm not taking sides. Obviously, I want Australia to do as good as they can. But I hope that the NBA can reflect on this because one of the biggest things that fans, you and I as well, and around the world have griped with is we don't like seeing Devin Booker bait for fouls, you know, Trae Young bait for fouls. We're sick of that. We don't like the flopping. We're sick of it. It stops
It's
play.
been going for years and it's gotten a lot worse now.
And it's a lot worse now. And when was it going to stop? Who knows? But this FIBA thing has really put a shine on it. Yeah, it was like, oh shit, no, basketball can be extremely fun to watch when it's like
fluid,
this.
Back and forth, not much stoppage time.
Absolutely. And that's just something I wanted to touch on before, in case I forgot by the end of the episode. because I'm just reminded of how amazing basketball can be and how fun it can be to watch. Whereas, sometimes some teams, like watching James Harden sometimes in Houston was rough. You have to admit it.
Still bring him up.
It just happened. It wasn't intentional.
You could bring up Devin Booker right now. You could pick up what Chris Paul used to do. You could bring up KD because KD and Chris Paul, like they're current and they're topical and they're the fucking rip through kings.
To be fair though, James Harden is the poster boy of baiting for fouls. He's the poster boy. Not so much now, like now, but he is the poster boy.
Yes, correct.
That's why
correct.
For the casual fans, for example, they'll recognize James Harden as that.
Correct.
That's the only reason I mention it. That's not a knock on James Harden.
No, it's just that you're looking for a way to mention him every week.
James
I
Harden,
really think he's your favorite player because you mention him every episode.
Like I'm like a Sundir anime character.
Yeah,
what is that? Like
exactly
I hate him so much. I can't stop talking about him. But boy, I want to make love to him.
Exactly.
That's that?
Yeah, that's it. You're a Sundaria.
I don't know what it's called.
Harden. Neither do I. I'm trying to pronounce it.
Stopped watching anime fucking ages ago.
But you didn't.
I didn't stop watching anime?
But you
or
did.
I didn't stop loving James Harden?
A bit of both.
Bit of both.
Do you have much else to talk about or is this going to be a shorter episode? Because I feel like we've pretty much gone over everything. By the next episode, we'll be recapping the NBA Finals.
Oh, that's crazy to think about, right?
Right?
Shit.
Unless...
Next
weekend. They're taking like 3-day gap between games now. So unless it
Sunday's
goes to a 7-game series.
I believe Sunday's the next game. I'll check for you if you like.
No, isn't tomorrow?
No, I don't think it's tomorrow.
100% tomorrow. Check.
Sunday. 100%. What did you want to bet on it? I'm not making bets with you ever again. I told these people when you make bets and I'm not about it.
Was it in last week's episode that it's lost to the void?
Oh, goddamn. I'm going to dig that up.
Cursed audio?
I'm going to dig that up.
You're going to cut out my audio?
Game 5. 18th of July. This is all Australian time, by the way. Is Game 5 Sunday. Game 6 is Wednesday. Game 7 Friday.
So we'll 100% be recapping the NBA Finals by next episode.
I'm at work Friday. This could very well go to a Game 7.
Yeah.
With the way it's going. I tell you what, and I hope no one from work is watching this, I am not coming in if there's a Game 7, I don't think. I'm going to try to get out
Fridays
of that.
off, so...
Oh, goddamn. I'm so jealous.
But if there's a Game 7, you could take the day off, we'll watch it.
Maybe. I'll try. I've been working my ass off right now, so...
Well, you both have
I get
like
3 days to work from home a week.
Pick Friday.
I can't. Tuesday and Friday I have to be in the office.
Oh. There you go.
Which sucks. That's why I really gotta I'm sick. Got cancer.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Got cancer.
It'll be gone by Monday.
But what? So Tuesday and Friday you have to be in the office. Did you say there's a game on Wednesday? Game 6 Wednesday?
Yes.
So maybe it goes to Game 6 and that's the last one.
Maybe, and I'll be home for that.
And I won't be. I'll be at work.
God, we can't have nice things at the same time,
No,
right?
no.
Yep.
We can't even, for those who may not notice, we're not even recording at a normal time. We're recording on a Friday night because Josh has a pastry making class tomorrow. I don't know what you've got tomorrow.
Oh, just personal shit.
Just a pastry making class.
No, why would you can tag along if it was pastry making. Why would I exclude you from pastry making?
So we're recording on a Friday night. So if things seem a bit, if I feel like this is one of the most chaotic episodes we've ever done.
Because I'm full of energy right now. I don't know why.
It is 8:52 at night. We said, it's about to be 9 o'clock. So we mentioned the one from a couple of weeks ago, the Monday. And we're like, we'll never do a late night pod again. Here we are.
We've done a later one. Ever. Yeah, let's go. Next weekend, more cursed audio.
10 p.m.
Weekend after midnight.
There
we go.
Pod.
We're going to live stream it.
We're going to...
That'd be horrible.
A midnight live stream.
Yeah, no one's going to be watching that shit except people from the Czech Republic for some reason. I assume the time zone lines up. I don't know.
No, every time you tag Serbia on Instagram, Serbians like it.
We love Serbians, I guess.
Serbia! This is the Serbian episode of the pod.
Yes, we could live stream to Serbia. Find out the time zone.
Yeah,
Wait, hold up. Give me a sec.
Well, you've got your Serbian pastry making class tomorrow, so you can find out more info about it. I don't want to know about the Serbian time zones.
I do now. I do.
This is still a basketball podcast.
1:22 p.m. I hope Jokic is having a good time.
Basketball related. Midnight. He's settling into his 4th bottle of Fanta for the afternoon.
I was going to say Coca-Cola, but sure, Fanta.
Yeah, they have Fanta over there, Serbian Fanta.
But no, that about wraps up this episode.
We'll wrap up for this week. Hopefully the audio is much better. If you're hearing this, the audio is better than last week.
Yeah, not cursed.
Not cursed. If you've made it to this far, thank you very, very much. It's a bit of a shorter pod, but look, we didn't have too much to recap because of the 2 games, and honestly, it's just good Milwaukee wins.
Yeah.
And next week we'll be recapping the 2 to 3 games left.
I'll give you a recap of next week already. You know, I've seen it before.
You've seen it.
All right. Chris Middleton, man, I wish he wasn't so inconsistent. I love how Giannis is so consistent. Man, I wish Drew would get more points.
Suns win. That's it, right?
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
So don't even bother. Don't even bother with next week's
No. Watch all of next week's episode. Tell your friends about next week's episode. Tell your friends about this week's episode. Because favorite part of our week, every week. We are on every platform possible. Spotify, Apple Pod, Google Pod, Anchor, Breaker, Groove Shark. We are on your Nan's MP3 from 2007. We are on Instagram and Facebook at Lobot Podcast. Of course, we're on YouTube for our lovely video listeners. Then in probably around a month to 2 months' time, we'll be in high definition, or even more high definition than we are currently.
Even more.
We'll be going back to standard definition, 120 pixels. Count the P's.
Make me look less fat.
We just look like M. Cole 40 big blobs. Fuck that guy. Have a good night, guys. Love you all. Bye.